Honestly, I think we should just let every company be owned by Disney nowadays.
No, no,
I know, I'm kidding.
No.
in
That's
my
like the worst
in my
shit that you
opinion,
could ever do.
people might disagree with me, but I think
No, they do. They ruin everything. They ruin everything. Like,
I mean, I don't think they ruin everything, but because
like,
like I
like literally. Like,
I
look,
mean
they
it.
removed half of like the Star Wars lore, like everything. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
oh
and Marvel, yeah.
in,
Yeah.
in my
It's
Movie
opinion,
side,
like
they ruined
like
in
though.
my personal
like
opinion,
I'm not saying Disney is like perfect. They've messed up a lot, especially like Star Wars and stuff. But I don't think they've done everything bad. Like Marvel's still going fine. That's still good
Marvel's
over
Yeah,
there.
but I don't think they're doing anymore.
For Star Wars,
Uh,
you know
they're
what
aren't they
done.
uh
I know they're done with the Skywalker saga.
aren't they like going back? Isn't it going to be like before the prequels or something? I
Yeah,
thought.
the Old Republic.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it still
No,
is.
they would still call it that most likely.
I think they're still calling it that, but it's like before everything.
Yeah, they didn't do
Yeah,
shit
I
with that. It's fucking stupid.
I genuinely like wonder what Marvel would have been like if they continued making movies without being bought by Disney. Because I feel like, personally, I feel like the movies could have been better. Like, I still think like Marvel movies are great. I still think they're like some of the, or they are the best superhero movies that have come out to date. But I just feel like, I don't know, like the original Iron Man. I didn't really care for the Hulk, to be honest. Like, yeah, like you remember the 2003 Hulk? Whew.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not exactly the best. Yeah. Well, that's what Zack Snyder is for.
You know, I
Because
still feel like no comic movies like ever surpassed Spider-Man 2 for me. That's still my personal comic movie,
and
honestly.
my personal hero movie to date is Watchmen, even though it's like extraordinarily like unpopular. Well, I wouldn't say it's unpopular, but it's not as known as like like Batman, Superman, or fucking any of the Marvel movies or yeah,
Yeah.
it's underrated, but like the cinematography in it, the CGI, like the storytelling, all of it's just like I there's nothing to complain about it. I cannot bring myself to complain about Watchmen.
Watchmen's fun.
Though,
I like it.
however, the TV series, oh my god.
Oh yeah, I heard that wasn't as well fun.
And I'm I remember like when my everyone came to my house, Ethan, like you
Yeah,
yeah
it was like
yeah
so basically the original story of Watchmen was they were trying to find a way to prevent the Cold War, or not the Cold War, but basically, so when Watchmen was written, the whole like Red Scare thing was going around, so everybody was afraid of communists and stuff like that. So um like fuck, why can't I think of it? So in the book, uh the villain, well, I wouldn't really call him a villain. He's not a hero or a villain, but he has like villainous like qualities. Yes, Doctor Manhattan. Basically, he's like, um.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
actually,
it's
yes,
really
yes,
into it.
yes.
Yeah,
I have no idea who the fuck Oppenheimer is, but.
it's atomic bombs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So Doctor Manhattan's name comes from the Manhattan Project. Yes, but like so the story. Yeah, so the story of it is so in the after World War II, a group of people, banded together. Well, it originally started as a group of cops who saw that, villains were like, or not villains, but like bank robbers would like dress up to like hide their identity while they're like committing crimes. So cops started doing it as fun, which in turn they ended up turning to vigilantes in the 40s, which they were the original Watchmen. And then the new age of Watchmen come in with Ozymandias, Night Owl, Rorschach, Dr. Manhattan, who is like a nuclear experiment or not experiment, but he basically had every single atom in his body ripped out of the universe, but his conscious managed to piece itself together because he was a watchmaker. And he like knew how to fit things together, basically turning him to an omnipotent god, but yeah. But
Did you say because he's a watchmaker?
yeah.
Fucking watchmaker to God. Very interesting.
Well, the meaning behind it is watchmakers are extraordinarily precise. In fact, it's probably one of the most precise jobs that exist, really.
Well, yeah, it's like tiny little screws and stuff. So
I think the only thing that's more precise in that is like, yeah, like I think the one thing that's like more precise than that is like microelectronics, but half the time you get robots to do that shit. So, but I'm going off topic, but basically, one of the new age members of the Watchmen unit, his name was Ozymandias, who was the smartest and basically richest man in the world. Kind of like the Lex Luthor of the Watchmen universe, but he realized that the ongoing tension between America and Soviet Russia would eventually just end up in all-out nuclear war. So what he did is he used the power of Dr. Manhattan to create basically bombs all across like the world's like biggest cities, so like New York, Paris, Hong Kong, everywhere, and blew them all up simultaneously, which the energy signatures from those explosions looked like Dr. Manhattan's powers. So basically, Russia, the Soviets, and America came into an alliance, and the world was saved based on a lie. I fucking love I've been a fan of Watchmen as far as I can remember. Like back, I think it was.
I want to
maybe-
watch the Watchmen movies. I never really watched any of them. I don't know that much
Well,
about Watchmen.
there's only one movie, but yeah. So basically, like the plot of Watchmen was just trying to prevent nuclear holocaust. But in the TV show, they completely spun that around. Instead, they decided that, hey, instead of, focusing on, maybe, like, the world finally knows the truth
Didn't
about...
they focus on the comedian more?
No, not in the Watchmen TV series. They focused on, like, one of the more unpopular characters from the original Watchmen. What was his name? Hooded Justice. And basically, the story goes, literally, they spent episodes talking about it, about one of the members of the Watchmen who had hardly even been mentioned in the Watchmen like graphic novel or the movie. Basically, Hooded Justice was a black man who was nearly lynched to death by a bunch of racist white guys. So, he became a vigilante. And, oh, did I also mention he was gay? They also made him gay. Yeah, because, they literally had a scene where he was shoving his fucking dick into a guy's ass. It was like, so uncomfortable. It was just weird. Like... And, like, as a long-term Watchmen fan, I am honestly disappointed with the TV series. But yeah, basically they killed the most powerful character in, I guess, pop culture to begin with. Like, they killed Dr. Manhattan, like, the dumbest way possible, and they gave Dr. Manhattan's powers to a black woman.
I hate when TV shows try and go woke or whatever. The fuck
Yeah,
bullshit.
that was exactly the thing. They tried going woke, and then you end up with shit like this. Yeah.
I remember like after my last Ethan when we played Fall Guys, you mentioned like all this, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm like you mentioned this before. I'm like, what the fuck? Like that sounds horrible. Like they changed it for the sake of changing it. And
Yeah,
it's like
no,
I
'cause
hate
it's
when
like-
stuff do that. When you adapt something and you change it, I think things should be ought to be different. When you adapt like a comic or something, as long as it's good, it being different's okay.
That's
But
the thing,
when
though.
you
The
get to the
Watchmen
point where
TV
it's too
series
different,
was not even
yeah,
good.
when you, yeah, if it's different, then okay. But the thing is, that doesn't sound good in the first place. Also, it sounds a bit too different. It should still be the same core idea. That just sounds like a completely separate thing, just the name for the sake of advertisement.
Yeah. Oh god, dude. Fucking.
Yeah.
It was so forced. It's
Yeah.
like it's like,
I guess like this. I guess like the scene itself was cool, but it did feel insanely forced. Yeah. Like sure it was cool, but it was very very forced. Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
not to mention like I hated how like they made like Captain Marvel, oh, she's super powerful, she can take on any, she can take on Thanos, and like she gets fucking one tapped by fucking Thanos. Like
1/4 actually.
okay, but yeah, I guess.
No. Only thing is though, that, like they made it seem like the way they had Captain Marvel up, she didn't earn it. It's like.
Yeah, I guess
Well,
so.
that's true.
I'll
But
be honest,
like at
I
least
think-
Scarlet Witch earned it. Like
I like
it was
Scarlet
like
Witch as
even
a superhero 'cause
even
I
before
think she's
Captain
like,
Marvel came out, before we saw the movie, they were hyped by Captain Marvel. Like, oh, she could take down Thanos. I'm like, I haven't seen the movie yet. I watched the movie and I'm like, okay, she's strong, but she didn't earn anything. It's like, yeah, she earned, I guess, but. It felt too fast. That's my only thing. It's like at least Scarlet Witch. I felt like when she fought Thanos, I was happy because we saw her earn all she earned up to that moment. She earned to fight him. Now Captain Marvel, before we saw the movie, they were like, "Oh, she's gonna take down Thanos." I'm like, "Hold on, let me see the character first." I watched the movie. It was eh, and then I'm like, "Okay, well." Then now it's like you always expect her to fight. Well, she really didn't have a big part in Endgame. She really didn't do much in Endgame at all. When they hyped it up, made it seem like, oh, yeah, it made it seem like I would have been, which honestly, I'd rather that than her take him on. It's like they hyped it up a lot, but I'd rather do that than her take on Thanos. If she fought Thanos and was like crushing him, like how Scarlet Witch was pretty much, I would have been like, I don't care. Because it didn't feel earned. Not doing these characters. If you're gonna make a character something, make the character feel earned and make us connect to them. Captain Marvel, they just rushed into that so fast.
yeah. I feel like Black Panther was very like overhyped.
I think Black Panther's good, but people overhyped it to
You remember all
insane
the
amounts.
bullshit in the?
Yeah.
You remember all
Yeah,
the crap
exactly.
about, like white people going to the movie?
No, I think it's absolutely ridiculous that like fucking Black Panther got an Oscar, right? Logan didn't get a single thing for an Oscar.
Dude, Logan
Well,
was
at least not
good.
Best Picture.
You remember like those like people, those like guys, those people tweeting on like
Check.
fucking Instagram, like, oh, I went to see Black Panther and someone beat me up for being white, like that bullshit post thing.
No, it feels like the Oscars is way more concerned about like, yeah. And it's annoying. It's
They
like,
think that
the
that's,
Oscars lost all their special. The Oscars are not special anymore because they're so focused on. The Oscars are now so movie awards as a whole are so focused on pleasing people. It's like just judging me for the being a movie. No, not even movies. It's like every awards nowadays is so focused on like pleasing people to the point where I'm like, just pick the best thing. Black Panther is a good movie. I like the movie. I like Black Panther. But do I think it deserved like Best Picture and stuff? Personally, I don't think so. I don't think I like the movie, but it did not deserve the amount of hype that it got because it was mainly for like it being a black movie, which that is good. It's a good thing to be proud of, but it should not be solely judged based off that. Be proud of that accomplishment. It's a good movie, sure, but don't judge a movie solely based off that. Everything I saw they were talking about only that. I'm like, talk about the movie. Mention the movie. And it got nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture. I'm like, I don't think it really deserved that, but alright. But it's just because of that, not because of the movie. Logan, which is a damn good movie, didn't get any Best Picture nominations, which I'm still upset about that. Logan should have got nominated for Best Picture. Maybe not win, but Logan definitely should have been not. Logan's fantastic.
Logan was great. Yeah.
Logan's also up there as one of my favorite comic movies. Logan's up there. I love Logan.
You want to have sex with Logan?
Ethan, shut the fuck up.
I said you want
Ethan,
to
you want
have
to sex?
with
No,
Logan?
you sound like no. They were fucking married. Like Ryan likes old men. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm what are you talking about? He's like, you like stories like Last of Us and Logan. You like old men. I'm like, Mario, what the fuck is wrong with you? I like stories like that, not the old men. He's like, what? What are you talking about, Ryan? I'm like, Mario, are you fucking an idiot? He's like, what do you mean?
Oh shit!
No,
wait,
that's
guys, it's a 1v1.
Oh shit.
I didn't
No, it's
realize
like I like stories like those themes, and Mario worded it as Ryan likes old men. I'm like, Mario, you're a fucking dumbass. It's like no, and I don't think it ever did it. But there's gonna be an award for best popular movie. The fuck does that even mean? Best popular, bro. Just pick the movie that is the best movie. Stop making all these fake awards to like try and make people happy. If the movie's good, no, the Oscars is so biased, especially in animation. They don't watch half the crap. That's no, I like especially like anime movies. They don't watch them. Honestly, it's
I just realized it's one.
Animation is the absolute worst thing when it comes to everything, because half the people don't watch the movies. That's why it's called the Pixar Award. Pixar usually deserves to win, but sometimes I don't think they did. I feel like sometimes other companies deserve to win, but they just watch the Pixar movies. Some of like anime movies that have been nominated that have been like masterpieces and they don't even get acknowledged because they don't watch them because they're not made. Because. Yeah.
Let's go. I just won.
They don't watch the
I see
movies.
that.
And like a movie I watched like a few weeks ago, A Silent Voice, fantastic movie. I might have been nominated, but that shit should have won. I don't care what it was up against. I think it was up against Inside Out. I could be wrong, but whatever it was up against, that shit should have won. Silent Voice is fucking fantastic. That movie made me almost cry. It's like animation is the worst thing they treat. They treat animation like shit, and it's honestly very upsetting.